What's up, degenerates? Mad Merrigan here for Cold Bear Sports, the punter's friend, the man that doesn't work for the bookies and never will work from the bookies. In fact, if I see Paddy Power, I'll hit him a kick in the nuts for ye. Right, the man who is on the side of the degenerate, never with the firms, never ever would I ever work for a bookie either. Right, unless I become a bookie, a hooky bookie. Right, Mad Merrigan here for Cold Bear Sports. Really glad to give you the two 8-1 winners today and take some money off the big greedy fucking robbing firms. Right, let's leave that there. Memento, my memento as well. Very unlucky from a bad draw, but got the place money, tipped up at 20-1 last night, so really nice as well to get that one. Paddy Power and Betfair, for once the greedy firms was given the extra place, so it was nice to get in and take that value. And we just had to sit and suffer. Dusty Foley kind of just nothing he could do, trapped a little wide, couldn't challenge anywhere, bar the far wide outside, and she storms home to snatch that 5th place. Unlucky. If she had a little bit, if she was quicker out the gate and maybe could have took a better posse, I think she'd have been right on top of them if not winning. So really rock solid there. 2 8-1 winners again, and at 20-1 when we tipped her up, she was big as 25-1 placed. So I just hope you enjoyed that. Let's touch on a couple of our other disappointing selections. Carla Martina, the 225 in Clonmel, ground was just too quick. Either she'd one race too many or the ground was too quick for her. She just wasn't herself, never really travelled on it. Looked, when you see a horse chipping in at jumps and taking that extra stride, and the ground, they're normally feeling something or the ground. So just probably, yeah, draw a line through that run. That wasn't her true running. And then what else have we got? Kellum Scott, as advised in Goodwood. Look, I liked him as well with Jawari in that race, but it was always a possibility he wouldn't handle Goodwood. Looked like he didn't. We'll move on, but I wouldn't write him off just yet. Kellum Scott is one I want to keep in with. And yeah, let's move on to tomorrow. Right, I got some really nice opinions tomorrow. And as always, let's take the bookies' monies. Hopefully. Right, again. So, let's start at the earliest. The 120 in bat, Lady Elysia. Right, look, she runs well. Georgia Dobie in the saddle. So, I think she's around, 11-2 or 5-1. I'll get the best price available in the description for you, but definitely a 1 point each way. She has solid form at the track. Ran okay there the last day, got ran over it late. Yeah, you know, she can be there. I'm not so sure. I think everything will have to go right for her to win, but I'll give her the 1 point each way because she's around 11-2. That's in the 120 at bat. Then let's move to the 2 o'clock in York. Now, this is a lady riders amateurs race, I think, or it mightn't be a lady riders, but it's an amateur jockey's race. Well, either way, tread carefully. But this Nicholas T at the Jim Goldie yard, if things go to plan for this horse will be bang there tomorrow. But he does take his time. He has to be held up. Hopefully there's a good pace to aim at. It is an amateur jockey's race. Tread with caution, but 1 point each way. Nicholas T, he's around 11-2. He'd have a big chance if all goes his way. Now, a horse I really like, 2 horses I like. Ask Paddington in the 255 at Hexham. Now, I'm sure the ground, it's dry all weekend. Good ground. This is a really good ground horse. And he was rock solid in a race at Aintree the last day. He ran a really good race. Now, I know Sneezy Foster is over with one that could be a little bit ahead of the handicapper. I wouldn't say a lot. But Ask Paddington is a fucking proper good ground horse. And in Aintree the last day, he ran in a really competitive race. The ground got a little bit deader than ideal. I wouldn't say it was as quick as he needed it. And back on pretty quick ground tomorrow. Just check the ground, check Hexham. I haven't got to check the weather forecast. Have a look at it. If it's going to be quick there and there's no rain coming, Ask Paddington will take all the beating. He's just a decent good ground horse. Can't say enough about the trainer, Tristan Davison, proven time and time again. All these horses running really well. He's another horse that won 2 or 3, ran well again today. Just couldn't get there today, but ran very well. So definitely a horse that has a chance. Now I'm going to give a big shout out to another horse, Irv. This is a horse now in York. Now, this is a tricky race. Find a fucking bookmaker that's given at least 4 places in this. There's 15 runners in this race tomorrow, but I'm giving this horse a big chance. I'm giving him a 2 points each way selection on my nap of the day, Irv. So, I need you though to find 4 places. Don't take the 3 places. Find that bookie that's paying the 4 places and have your 2 point each way selection on Irv. And right, let's make a case for him. He's a big price. I think he could be around 7 or 8 to 1. But this horse the last day, I napped him up the last day and he finished second. We were very unlucky for a couple of things. One, there was a horse in the race that ran away with it that looked to be 10 grades ahead of the handicapper. The other, the ground went against him. The handicappers left him on the same mark. And I know this horse back on decent ground, which will be a lot quicker in York than it was in Pontefract the last day. Irv, listen, all going well, Irv has a big chance tomorrow. Back on good ground, on a track he's won at before, with a jockey getting the £7 off, who's ridden him the last couple of times, albeit so. But I just think tomorrow is D-Day for Irv. It's tomorrow, or, I think with the ground in his favour, and the odds, I'm prepared to nap them up to 2 points each way. Find the 4 places of them greedy bookies and let's take their money, alright? The time for codding is over, boys. Like the videos, share the content. 20 to 1s, 8 to 1s, 8 to 1s, 9 to 1s, 14 to 1s. You know the drill. No matter what the price is, we're tipping them up. The graft is going in. Like and subscribe. The time for codding is over.